Charles Nesseth, Nesseth. That's N and is Nancy. I brought my wife here about 2 years ago. She has advanced dementia and aphasia, which means she can't talk. I looked for a while on the internet, basically, to see what was available. This was actually the second place we visited. My daughter was helping. I walked in the door, and I just had the feeling this was the right decision to make. And I have not been wrong. I've been impressed at every turn. I come out 3 to 4 times a week usually, and every time I walk in, there's some staff there or close that's friendly, greets me when I come in. I know a lot of them by name. They know me by name, and they'll say, well, you know, Sandy's sitting here or there, and she's always in a group, which impressed me because she can't relate to a group. But she picks up things that other people are doing, and that keeps her interest up. So you can almost see she's involved. How deeply, we don't know. But and the one thing that's important to me is this place is actually a lot of fun. We kid each other, the staff, kids, the residents, they kid back. They dress them up in crazy outfits, and they love it. And there's a lot of laughter, you know. And it's not like each individual is isolated. They're all together in a living room usually, and we tell them jokes. The activities director, Nancy, is a character, and she'll read Reader's Digest jokes to them at lunch. Yeah. And we're all laughing and carrying on and just having a great time. And you can tell when people come in, or the aides come in and start this, because a few people may be dozing, you know, that's okay. But within a few minutes, everybody's smiling and laughing and carrying on, you know, and that's what you get here, you know. So
when you're at home, when you're at home like today, like when you're at home, what do you feel like?
What do I feel like?
Talk about when you're not here, how you feel.
I have the utmost trust in these people to take care of my wife, and I was able to prove that a few months ago because I had a heart attack, was in the hospital for a month. I had no worries about her care out here, none. And Wynn Beach and brought her family to the hospital to see me. And Nancy, the activities director, came to visit and brought a card that all of the residents here had signed. And they'd made it up, you know, it wasn't a bought card, it was something they actually painted and drew on. And then a banner, get well. You know, well, where do you find that? You know, so, you know, I have not a problem with her being here at all.
Your daughter helps you?
Yes, that's true. Now has a job, she's busy. I also have a granddaughter that comes out. My daughter is very close to my wife. And when everybody was well, my wife just adored my great-granddaughter. And they play and dance and carry on and so forth, you know. So, and it's hard on both of them to come out here and see her. But they also know that, you know, that she's in the right spot.
You mentioned you're impressed at every turn.
Yes.
And you come out here.
That's right, yeah. I have never been disappointed. I've had some things that have come up about, say, medications from the doctor that comes in every once in a while. And I had some concerns about that, and the first thing I did was go to Wen or one of the other nurses and say, you know, I don't like this idea. And they follow my wishes. They talked to the doctor about it, and they said, Mr. Nesseth doesn't want this, you know. And that's what happens. Next time I come out, she is not getting that medication. So they work very closely with. My wife is also in hospice care right now, and that is a very close relationship between the hospice people and the caretakers here. So again, I mean, I'm at peace with everything that's happening here.
It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Talk about it. Talk about the fun.
The fun? Well, it's just basically joking and kidding around. I try to. I've been coached about what jokes to tell, okay, and what's appropriate. And I've almost messed up a couple of times, but Nancy catches me before I do something. I run it by her first. But they have a great time with it. Again, Nancy will go around the room and say, what did you do when you were like a teenager or something? Get them to talk about their past and so forth. And they all love that. And of course, there's a lot of material for jokes right there, what some of these people have done in their lives, And the amazing part, too, is that all of these caregivers know a lot about the backgrounds of the residents, their family, what they did for a living, what their husbands' names were, you just found out amazing stuff about these people. Now, these people are sitting in wheelchairs for the most part, or on a couch, don't say much, and you find out that maybe one of them used to fly airplanes, or race cars, or things like that, and you think, wow, that's something.